So a software as a service banking engine captures all the benefits of SaaS. That means you can configure products and design them in the engine through the user interface and have them accessible instantly via the APIs. So they can instantly connect it out to the rest of the ecosystem, allowing them to innovate on the customer experience, on products, on pricing, and to leverage other fintechs. Effectively, it lets customers build a bank like a fintech company would, rather than like a bank would 20 years ago. So I think in the future, the banking industry, it's already happening today. It's not about single service providers, but it's about an ecosystem of different technology partners coming together to create a model for servicing specific customers. And each of those individual components will be likely connected together via APIs and will very likely also be SaaS-based services. And the core banking engine is a very mission-critical part of that architecture. I think incumbent banks need to take in an evolutionary mindset to be competitive. This is something that we've done as a business. We've learned and we've evolved very quickly with the different customers we're working with. And you see this also with the successful fintechs. Banking and financial services are no longer about static states. It's about constantly evolving with the market, with the customer expectations, the technology. And we as a business have done that. We've evolved with our banks and our customers. And so the banks themselves need to take that evolutionary mindset into how they operate.
Well, what banks can learn from fintechs like deposit solutions, many things obviously. The first thing I think being speed of execution. And I think they can learn it by having a very strong governance structure, basically a mandate big enough for one person to take the decisions. I think the big banks can ensure their competitiveness by the good old cooperation with fintechs and other service providers as well. So I'm afraid I don't have any tricks to that one. I would, however, rather say that it's not about ensuring the competitiveness, but rather winning back the competitiveness that they have already lost. I mean, otherwise we wouldn't be here talking about fintechs if they still had some competitiveness. The key success factors for successful collaboration between banks and fintechs is probably empathy on both sides. Listening, a lot of listening. If you think about banks, they are very low speed, low risk. They are definitely not looking for disruption, and quite often they want to have the economic benefits immediately. Whereas fintechs, they are high speed, high risk, high disruption, and they are really kind of waiting for the economic benefits to potentially come later. So I think we need a lot of cultural understanding and empathy in that regard.